Midsummer Night's Dream is an incredible piece of text written by Shakespeare that kind of asks the question of what we should do in times that are confusing.
We were rehearsing for 8 weeks, and I would say that that might not even be enough based on how much spectacle we're bringing into the mess with music and dancing, original songs.
To me, it is the natural world crying out for help amidst several crossing love stories. And I think it is, but it is a call to listen to each other and to the environment that we live in.
Really keep that level.
Working with Ellen Lauren, I fell in love with her brain the first time Professor Araiza sent us one of her articles. She wrote an amazing article about stillness. And I loved this article so much that I actually recorded the article with my voice because I wanted to remind myself of everything that she had to say about stillness. Then Ellen started training us here at UCLA, and I got to fall in love again with the artist I want to become.
Suzuki training provide me the ability to find my route on stage. And because this production requires a lot of movement and some sort of like acrobatic, not like that extreme, but some sort of acrobatic movement. You want to have your own route on stage so that you won't move without a center.
Several things go into creating a production like this. In this case, I would say you always have, design and production team and actors, dramaturg, a playwright. In this case, we're working with Shakespeare. But I would say the most important thing that goes into creating a production like this is a community and ensemble, is a real company of actors that play upon each other's strengths and that know each other's weaknesses and that kind of rely on each other and lean on each other to kind of create the best production possible. So I would say ensemble is probably the most important thing and facet to create a production like this.
My name's Mary Jo Dupre, and I'm the musical director for Midsummer Night's Dream. The composer, Jonathan Snipes, has adapted a few songs from American Dust Bowl that he looked up, I think, in the Library of Congress. And he's done some adaptations, so I'm just supporting the actors in learning the melodies and putting some really fun, like jug band type percussion and giving that a framework for them and to practice playing and singing at the same time and eventually singing and dancing at the same time, taking some of the songs that they've brought in and they would like to work on and tightening things up a little bit, just giving them some musical support to just keep the musical frameworks a little bit more intact.
1, 2, 3. 2 stars fading, but I linger on here. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my men and I ain't together. Keeps raining all of the time.
Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Where troubles melt like lemon drops, all way above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me.
This land is your land. This land is mine.
is Marcos, and my role in the production of Midsummer is the choreographer. I'll be doing tap slash clog choreography for the number, sort of representing the mechanicals during their time in this environment of the Dust Bowl era of California.
Ellen, the director, she was the one that had the initial sort of thoughts with the time period. She wanted to set it in a Dust Bowl time era. The reason was because the problem with the Dust Bowl, with the drought, it's still the current problem with LA. Something that's local, something that audience who comes to see this show will feel. That was something that we were always trying to think about.
Trying to keep those worlds apart.
I'm very excited to work with an artist like Ellen and the kind of gravitas and the challenges that she proposes in the room, and kind of how she makes you think of yourself as an artist and kind of pushing yourself. However, I will say, having J.Ed here as well, leading the first 2 weeks of rehearsal, it's kind of like the same, two different artists, but the discipline and the work ethic is there. And so for me, I would hope that whoever the director is, that I work in the same way, you know, even when it's a director that's not as experienced as Ellen. So I only hope that I continue to work this way. There's no goals, but that's kind of, you know, what one hopes, that you stay humble, that you become a great artist, and that you're able to have that effect eventually on other young artists, you know. But Ellen coming is a great thing. J.Ed already being here is also a great thing because they're from the same company. They're telling us the same things, and it's a blessing. It's great. It's a gift, truly, having two people like J.Ed and Ellen Lauren be here working with us.